I was born in Cleveland, Ohio, and I now live in Baltimore, Maryland, USA. In my household, we listen to a lot of styles, different genres. I was definitely raised with funk, coming from Ohio, funk, and reggae, definitely roots reggae, rockers reggae, but mainly roots growing up. Listen to fusion. I love, fusion, jazz, R&B, and soul. Basically, that was pretty much the music, and we always went to concerts and things like that. So I was exposed to a lot of different genres as a child. I started singing at age 4, and then at age 10 I performed professionally my first time, and at age 13 was my first paid gig as a child, singing in my dad's reggae band until age 18. I started singing, I'm about to sneeze, hold on. That's a sneeze. Oh my goodness. Stop it. Usa. A little under the weather. I knew I wanted to be a singer at around age 10, maybe even younger, like age 8. I saw, different people on TV like Whitney Houston, Lita Baker, Janet Jackson. I loved her because she danced and stuff. And I always loved dancing and singing. And I realized I wanted to be a professional singer. And my aunts asked me what I wanted to do when I was around 11. And I said I wanted to be a professional singer. And they put me on the track to different schools and teachers to make sure I had support to do that. I definitely write my own songs. For this EP, I wrote everything. So I definitely write my own songs. I'm a singer-songwriter, producer. The first song I ever wrote, I was about 7 or 8, and it was like, I can see the butterflies flying, I can see the children all crying, I can see the children getting ready for school. Boom, boom, boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Crazy, right? So anyway, I didn't make any sense because why are butterflies flying, children crying, and all these things. Maybe they were crying because they had to go to school. My first professional song was Peace and Love. Was it? No, not Peace and Love. Uh-oh. That took me overseas. Let me cancel it. What's the first one? Loving You on Phil Song's For the Ground. So that was my first recorded song that I wrote. So before my new project, this new project, I have 5 albums with Fertile Ground. I'm a co-founder and formerly singer of Fertile Ground. And we had a cassette tape first in '97. And then released my first album with Fertile Ground in '98. And after that, we had albums up until 2004, I want to say. And we have 4 albums there. Then we have a compilation CD called Perception that was released overseas in the UK. Also on Shiokino's United Legends. I have a couple songs with him on that one. There's a new album called Destiny. I have a song. It's a remake of an old Rolls Royce song called Still in Love. That's my vocals on there. Shiokino producing. And then I'm on Hajime Yoshizawa, Japanese pianist, on his album. And yeah, a lot of other compilations with different DJs that would just want to use my voice. So shout out to all the DJs that use my voice, and I'm still available for that. And it was a really good time doing all that. But I have a lot of different other compilations I'm on, including a jazzy electric divas with like Shaka Khan and people like that. That was really hot. So yeah, that's pretty much it that I can think of right now. So the title of my debut solo EP is Rebirthed Above Ground, and there's a lot of connotations in that. First of all, I've been an underground artist for over 15 years, and I no longer want to be underground. I want to be above the ground with the people in the world sharing my art, and so that is the above ground aspect of it. I don't mind being independent, but above underground, I'm cool with that. I did that for over 15 years, and ground being in there is a kind of a nod to being co-founder and formerly singer of Fertile Ground. So people feel a little more comfortable when they see that ground here, seeing my face, because I'm on all of the covers for Fertile Ground. So that's how rebirthed above ground. And then the rebirth is me coming into another level of my womanhood. I went through a lot of different things in the transition from Fertile Ground to now, from one marriage to another marriage. And there was some some things that weren't so cool that happened, and it was very painful on my end. And so my rebirth process was very painful, like any birth, but it produced such a great experience as a woman, different level of confidence, skills and things that I have forgotten about, and I'm really thankful to have remembered again. And so I am rebirthed to a new woman, another aspect of my womanhood, and I'm above ground. So I am out there independently, no longer underground. So my debut solo EP is entitled Rebirthed Above Ground. There are 5 tracks on the EP, and it's produced by moi. All of the songs are written and produced by me, and I'm the executive producer as well. So you can get my debut solo EP at my website, www.navashadaya.com. It should be under the line, maybe it's under here right now, NAVASHADAYA.com. And you can go to Bandcamp, my Bandcamp page. I get the most return from there, but you can also find me on iTunes, Amazon, and all over. I'm on Spotify, all that. So please check me out, support independent music, support women-owned businesses. Thank you. So you can find me online, once again at my website, navashadaya.com. Also on Twitter at Navasha Daya. You can find me on Facebook, facebook.com/Navasha Daya. And then you can find me on MySpace as well, Navasha Daya. So if you put my name in, you can find me on one of these social media aspects and find me and get to me. And I'll be back to you real soon. There are a lot of artists out there that I would love to work with. You got the elders out there, Stevie Wonder, Herbie Hancock, George Duke, Carlos Santana. People who are still alive, Quincy Jones, always want to work with him. And then my peers, of course. But right now, there's a person overseas in Brazil named Carlinhos Brown, who is doing great work in the community and singing really good Brazilian music. And I would love to collaborate with him. He has a very vivacious and big energy. And it would be really nice to learn from him and also to collaborate and see what birthed out of that. But also you got Uma Sangare from from Mali, and you have Angelique Kidjo, who I love, from Benin. So there's a lot of different artists out there, specifically international, that I would love to do work with and to continue to spread the message of peace, love, upliftment, and healing, and joy, and love, and all that. And so I think that's pretty much it for right now. But there's a lot of people. I'm not saying your names right now, but I'm gonna tweet about it because I really have a lot of people I want to work with. For those of you who are embarking on a musical career, the biggest thing is finding your voice. What are you about? What do you stand for? What do you want people to remember about you when you pass on? Those are the questions that were given to me by my parents, by all my teachers, and it's really something I live by and try to implement through my music. Continue to study the greats. Study the greats. Don't just study those who are out right now. Study the greats, because that root will give you a great foundation for your musical ability. Get a great team. Relationships are everything. Not that you have to be submissive and all of that, but you want to make sure you mind your relationships, because that will take you really far. As one of my songs says, Iwa Pele, having a gentle character, that takes you far, very far. Continue to hone your craft. Don't get too satisfied. Depending on your age and your development, don't get too satisfied. Continue to hone your craft and continue to grow in your craft. For me, it's picking up more instruments. Continue to expand my voice vocally with different styles that I'm not necessarily comfortable with, and just continue to expand my voice. Have your business together. Make sure you have things copywritten. Make sure you're registered with the company to have your things published and things like that. So you can start your own publishing company, which is I recommend personally because it's really simple. And try to own your stuff if you can. And really try to attract a great team to yourself. It may take time, which I don't mind waiting for my team, but it's worth it when you have the right people around you, supporting you and assisting you, and that you can compensate, or they work with you and barter or whatever you have to do to get what you need done. But most importantly, hone your craft and make sure that you understand why you are doing the music, what is your intention, and, you know, sticking with that and being open to growing. I think that's pretty much it for right now. So once again, you can get my music at navashadaya.com, my website. You can also go to Bandcamp, my Bandcamp site, which I get the best return. Or I'm also on iTunes, all over the web. So just write my name in on Google or any search engine, and you'll be able to find my music, Navasha Daya, Rebirthed Above Ground. When you kiss my lips, I feel so much bliss. I cannot contain myself. It's you that I have missed. When you say my name, my heart can proclaim that I can rejoice in joy, and I know you feel the same. 'Cause you feel me, you see me, you know me, you show me that you love me every day. You see me, you feel me, you know me, you show me that you love me in every way. And your kiss so sweet, I feel it down to my feet. My heart skips a beat when you are near me. And your kiss, and your kiss, and your kiss, yeah. And your kiss, and your kiss, and your kiss, yeah. Sweet kiss, or prelude to a kiss, actually. So my view of the industry, or the music industry right now, I feel like there still needs some balance. I feel like the fact that we have virtual releases and downloads is even in the playing field for independent artists. However, there still could be a little more attention given to subject matter, instrumentation. I think that now, because of the, I love the fact that we have, you know, digital music and stuff, but, you know, I think that there needs to be a balance, and it would be great if there's a balance. And it's kind of like the music industry dictates what we want to listen to versus us dictating what we want to listen to. That's us, the listening public. And I feel like because they have the money to promote a video, or promote songs on the radio, they're digesting that. So on the Grammys, for instance, there is an urban contemporary category, and a lot of times it was independent artists who got on there, but now there are major label artists on there, and it's kind of interesting because it kind of takes the playing field away from the independent artists. So it'd be really nice if they had an independent artist category, or they stuck with that one being the independent artist category. And then, as Stevie Soul mentioned before, one time to me, you know, having our own award show, you know, practicing Kuji Taguli, our self-determination, where we have our own award show that gets really big, so that gets the attention of the major population to say, hey, there's other music out there besides what we hear on the radio and the videos that we see on YouTube constantly. YouTube and a lot of different social media definitely show us that the public dictates what they like, and they like good music. They like music that feels good. It's just about getting it to them. So we can work together as independent artists and different companies and different promoters and things. We can work together again. I had that experience while I was with Fertile Ground, where we can work together again and continue to promote this music, have tours together or something, so that people can see, bring our resources together, and specifically the money or sponsorship, so that we can promote proper tours for independent artists. shout out to my Cleveland family, my Baltimore, Maryland family, to my birth family, my siblings and my parents and my husband, to my organization, the Youth Resiliency Institute, the youth here who are doing the work in Baltimore, from the ground up, to Stevie Soul, supporting and promoting positive independent music, to all of my independent artists out there who are doing the work. We got Cy Smith, Eric Roberson, Anthony David, Julie Dexter, Kanya Doss, Gino Young, and Downbeach, said Julie Dexter, and just all the independent artists and doing the work through the years and fighting and putting their music out. And all those promoters who promoted independent music, we love you. Thank you so much for your support and all the venues. To all the DJs, big up to all the DJs playing our music on the radio, at parties, at events. We thank you so much for your support. I thank you for your support. And to all my family out there in the UK, I will see you soon, prayerfully. I performed at Jazz Cafe many times, and I hope to see you guys soon. And until next time, the General.
Be gentle, gentle. Moving from control into acceptance. Be gentle, gentle. It's not about not feeling the blues. It's about the words you choose.